Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week is brother Pedro. Hello, hello.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro. Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D print projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is a show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is episode 529, and today is May 27th, 2026. We're hanging out in all the usual places. We're streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and X. But also, we're hanging out in the live broadcast chat channel in the Adafruit Discord server. So if you'd like to join us throughout the show, you can drop us a comment on any of the social channels, but also, of course, Discord, where you can post GIFs, GIFs, memes, comments, questions, all that and more. Welcome, everybody, tuning in live. We also have a QR code up there if you want to scan that, and it'll take you directly to the URL. We got some really fun projects this week. We got a game, we got a device, we got a utility kind of thing. We have a time lapse of an upcoming film that drops this Friday. What else do we have?
Banter.
We have some banter. Always have banter. All that and more. Let's go ahead and jump into Adafruit.com/free. What's going on this week? If people's orders are $99 or more, you're going to get a free PCB coaster with the golden Adafruit logo. If your order's at $149 or more, you're going to get the PCB coaster plus the Adafruit KB2040. That's a lovely RP2040 based microcontroller. At the top tier, $199, you're going to get free shipping from UPS Ground. You're going to also get the KB20 and the PCB coaster. While you're at checkout, you can use our coupon code. This will work on any price range. 10% off with coupon code PROPCORN. That's right. PROPCORN will get you 10% off your order if you put in your order within the next 24 hours, starting from the time of this recording of this live stream. You can get 10% off, and we appreciate everybody who uses our coupon code. And we'll talk about it throughout the show. Adafruit.com/free for all the details. If you are outside of the US or you want to take a look at some of our local distributors, all the way at the bottom of the footer at the Adafruit website is distributors, which has a long list of countries, provinces, different places that stock Adafruit stuff. We also give it a shout out to our fine folks, our friends at DigiKey, where they ship worldwide. They have a lot of our stuff right now. Thank you. And shout out to everyone else in all the different places that stock Adafruit stuff. There you go. Adafruit.com/distributors if you want to get some Adafruit gear outside of the States or a distributor. All right. Okay, I think that's it. Anybody hanging out on Discord? If you want to say anything, give us a shout. We'll shout you out. We also have chats in all the usual places that we can bring in. So if you have any questions or comments or suggestions, let us know as we interact with folks throughout the show. All right, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Pedro, what you got this week for us?
Let's go ahead and start off the show with what are we prototyping? Last week we were showing off the Minecraft-inspired compass. This is inspired by, I forget the name, MC Compass. They had like a custom PCB, bunch of LEDs to make a pixel-looking compass. I thought we could build one using all the Adafruit parts, since theirs is like literally tiny little LEDs that you solder on, the ESP module that you solder onto a custom circuit board. So I thought we could use the Raspberry Pi RP2350 Feather to my own. Oh man, this popcorn bucket
just all over.
Yeah, does not stain up well at all.
No.
So we have a gyro on here. We have a GPS. So we can add a little bit more functionality. One of the things I thought would be cool to add to rope this into some of the camp stuff the kids are working on. They're doing like outdoor stuff. is waypoint features, functionality to the compass. You can, with the stemma button here, you can switch between those modes from compass to waypoints. You can like set down waypoints. And here is what the layout with the board and the battery, how that is going to look like. A little chunky, but it is definitely a lot better, I think, in terms of instead of using like your phone or your watch. Since when I was trying to calibrate it to the watch, I have like the, what is it, after 5 seconds it goes to sleep, so it's super annoying, especially like you're outdoors trying to navigate and your watch keeps going to sleep. Same thing with the phone. You always get like notifications out about that are always bothering you, so it's nice having a dedicated device for navigating.
Yeah, you can do a lot of custom graphics and theme it out, so it looks like you got a nice 8-bit kind of font going on.
Yeah, so this is the calibration screen after you get everything calibrated. So the next step will be adding like the waypoints and then the actual compass with the needle on there and some of the functionality. Super cool. You can recalibrate this on the go when you're outdoors. So, oh wow. The little bubble.
Yep, I got a thumb up.
So the so using Claude to code this out, and one of the suggestions that I gave it was, can, instead of copying and pasting all of the data when you're calibrating, can we just have the user calibrate this and theme it out to Minecraft? And it went through and did like a whole little like tutorial walkthrough on how to calibrate each step. And to advance, it's like all themed out, like you're crafting your you know, the next step for whatever the you know, figure 8 or the tilting or the spinning around. So it goes through and this freaking this little emoji.
Yeah.
It keeps doing that. So I should have deleted the file that was on there since I just got this working late night. I don't think the hold button to recalibrate is gonna work. Let's see. I can get it to go into that mode so you guys can see the steps that it walks you through in calibrating the compass. Let's see if we're gonna the demo Godzilla. Nope. I would have to plug it in, and which shouldn't be too much.
Let's see
if I can do it. So this should work, like I was saying, out in when you're outdoors. You should be able to go in there and delete the file to recalibrate. So we'll do that real quick here. I have it plugged in. I'll restart, and then you can see here your crafting compass. Welcome to calibration. So it's all Minecraft themed, and this is not what I was suggesting to Claude, but it came up with this whole like little adventure to craft. So you'd spin around in circles. I should have had like for demo mode so you could like skip to the next one just so you guys could see each screen. So, and I gotta be more detailed too for the instructions, because I don't know if you have to spin it this way or if you have to hold it and spin. But it tells you right here a little bit. I think you have to lay it flat and then spin. So it's cool that it walks you through each step. It takes about 250 samples from the gyro, and it does like some fusion between that and the. Have to look at the screen for what the other sensor that it's using. So it's using a gyro. It's using the LSM 6D and then the LIS 3MDL. To calibrate that. And once you're done with that, you can see here, press to go to the next screen. The next thing is tilt up and down. And again, I got to be more granular on how it actually wants me to do this. So is it tilting up and down like this? Or is it up and down like that? But it tells you right here, like nodding yes. Let's see on here. And then all the samples that it's taking. And the reason I have it having user interaction as you complete each step is because the timing before was super fast and I kept getting all of the steps wrong. So, you know, my north would be south.
It's inverse.
Yeah. So yeah, I gotta be more granular because the only reference that I have for calibrating stuff is a drone. And the way that you did the drones is you had to physically hold, you actually had to spin around,
Mm-hmm.
figure
The drone
figure
dance.
eight. Yeah, you had to do the drone dance. So that's what what reference point I'm coming from for calibrating these sensors.
Now you only need to do this once, right? And then it saves.
Yeah, you
the
only do it
calibration.
once. Yeah.
Okay, this is just a
But every
show.
person, yes, but every person will need to do this if they build it
Ah,
because you know, every sensor is has a slight offset. And
okay.
then even when I think when I put it in the case, like the main case enclosure, I have to do this again. Okay, so I got all of my samples here. Click to the next one. And this is tilt left and right. Like what does it say? Like shaking? No. And again, is it just the device or is it me holding the device going like that?
Yeah, strap it to your head and then you can. There you go.
But again, super cool that we're able to build a little walkthrough guide instead of in the guide telling people to do this, copy and paste numbers. Right. So it's super cool that you can have the device itself walk you through and then save to the file system itself. If it sees that there's already a calibrated file on there, it's just saving to a settings.toml file. If it sees that on there, it'll go into write mode. If it doesn't see that, it'll go into the read-only mode. Wait, no, that's vice versa. So that I can write the settings to its own file system. And then when it reboots, it'll allow you to edit the file. And then here's the figure 8 one. And again, like I was saying before, do I do it like this, like horizontally, or do I do it vertically? So it'll get its 250 samples out of that. And again, with the drone dance, it was holding the, you know, having to remove the propeller so that, you know, you didn't get stabbed by it.
Yeah.
It was always fun. So let's see, we're at 130 samples right here. And hopefully I get something a little bit that's close to accurate. The first time I did it, I was off by like 180 degrees. And it's cool that it's doing like little animated or animations on there to show you how to do it. Go in there, to add a little Minecraft blocky person, a little bit more detail on how to actually hold the device. Okay, and then here we go, completed crafting compass, step 4. And then the last step is finding true north. And this is like, you know, referencing either with like your watch, your phone, or an actual compass. So facing north is this way. Try to get like at 0 degrees. Like that. So line it up. That's what seems to be the true north here based on this calibration. Tap that little button. And tell it to hold still while it writes the file, saving, and then rebooting. So it's saving the toml file, the settings.toml file. Reboots allows you to be the system to write again. And then there we go. We have now crafted our compass. So here's what it looks like, calibrated. And then the next step is going to be doing the rest of the UI for the waypoints, like how to drop down a waypoint, and then how to like delete. So like the menu for that, and then switching between the compass and the waypoints. So we can jot down or drop a pin on where the campsite is, and then have the ability to add our own custom waypoint so we can navigate to a spot out in the woods.
Yeah. So this is all just the compass and the gyro. And then the GPS is like, it'll tell you how far you are from your waypoint. Is that right?
Exactly. Yes. How many miles away you are.
All right. So you got a couple things here. You have a nice battery. You got like a JST connected button for doing the modes. Yeah. You do have a touch screen, so you'll be able to use that.
Yes. The menu. And then obviously the screen looks better than this. I just still have the film.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And to protect it.
A resistive touchscreen, which we have in stock. It's the V2, so it has built-in stemma QT, easy to plug in a breakout and chain your breakouts like we have here. You have the combo accelerometer gyro. You have the mini GPS. And what else do you have in there? Do you have anything else in there?
Besides the battery, yeah. That is pretty much it. Nice, simple setup. The only soldering you have to do is for the headers on the Feather.
Right. And the screen connects through that way because it's a...
exactly, yeah. Yep. And then battery just plugs into the port there. You have the recharging and then the battery monitoring as well. So that's, I got to remember to have that in there too. Have a battery
nice
display, battery display to show on the right hand or something. So you can see your charge or your percentage of the battery, like estimated time based on the usage and the volts that it's using for the GPS. What was else? Oh, I should probably have like the ability to switch between miles and kilometers for anybody overseas. And I think that should be it.
Yeah. Any other graphics or stuff? I guess you can polish all that up at the end.
Yeah. So we're using the, I think it was the Tremolo font for displaying all this.
Yeah, the default CircuitPython font.
Yeah. See, Brent is asking if we have a variant of the circular. Oh, no, we do not. We have the, I think it's like is it the 2-inch?
Yeah, let me.
And that one, the whole reason I didn't go with that is because it is a
it's an RGB TTL. It only works with the Qualia board, and the Qualia board
chunky and not battery powered.
Yeah, exactly.
I went like I think it was like 3 days worth of just ideating what parts that I would use for it, going back and forth with Claude, and it like, oh no, you need this many breakouts. Just use like an iSpy board or the Qualia board, or I was gonna use like the ESP board, but it's like, oh my god, I need like the battery charging breakout, the iSpy. We don't have a QT Py, the squad BFF, so I can't like stack 4 boards together, you know.
Right.
If only we had some way to separate all the boards, like a pref board style.
Yeah.
But even then, it would be bigger than the size of the circular display because it's only what is it, a 2-inch? So all the parts would be bigger than the actual viewable area for the display. The iSpy one.
Yeah.
And we don't have anything bigger than that. And while I was mulling that over, I'm looking back at the reference for the dude posted this, MC Compass one. And his is just a rectangle as well. Because the way that he designed his case is that in the game, it's at an angle like that. So it's more like an oval, which turns out to be more like a rectangle when you like do the cutout for the display. So it's like, oh, okay, the rectangle works just perfectly if you theme it out to be like it looks like in the game where it's, you know, at an angle.
Yeah.
You know, where you don't depend on the tilt of the screen for that look. If you already bake that into the design, it's a rectangle.
Yeah, you get a lot of ability with the actual display. You can do all sorts of graphics, change it. Yeah, you have, it's a 320 by 480 the resolution, which is nice.
Yeah.
Let's see, P4 has a dedicated LCD peripheral that natively supports RGB-TTL displays so soon. Yeah, we're working on some P4 stuff. Scott Shawcroft's working on some P4 hardware. P4 is the name of the ESP32 based board, or chip. It's a kind of a newer chipset. P4, that'll be the new kid on the block, I guess, for hardware. Cool, very good.
So let's see how.
All right. So what's your next steps?
Yeah, it's accurate. There
you go.
Set. There's north. There's north.
Very good.
So I did it. Yeah, even while trying to display it, messing up while it's getting samples.
Yeah.
Cool.
You requested some parts to get generated as a 3D model. I'll work on those, and then you can finalize your case, because right now it's a good little prototype of a bracket. Is it a one-piece bracket? It looks pretty.
It's one piece and two pieces for the lipo that screws
the lipo
on
goes in there.
right here. Kind of the screws on here, and then everything is held on by the screw mounts on the display. So next step is, I think I already showed it last week, the layout that Claude did for how the dial will be inside of the cutout for the enclosure.
Very good.
So those are the next steps is getting the graphic and then getting all the little features on there for the waypoint.
Very good.
Stuff on my list to add to that for requests, like the battery monitor and then the miles and kilometer, being able to switch between those distances.
Cool.
Super cool, dedicated Minecraft themed compass.
Very good. Looks like we have a couple of comments over on the Adafruit Discord. Shout out to Yanni and Dan Coglino. He said he made this compass a few years ago with Adafruit products that's points to a location, like your hometown or where you went to school. Oh, this is awesome.
Nice.
It's a nice wooden box, button on the side, connector on the side, and an actual little pointy thing. That's cool. I wonder how that works. How does it move? Is it like a magnet or something? That's really cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah,
I love the wooden look of it.
Yeah, it's very kind of homemade.
Fit right outdoors.
Yeah. Okay. So that is Pedro's GPS compass. If you want to pick up anything that we talked about, why not use our coupon code PROPCORN? We'll get you 10% off your order. Working on getting more stuff in stock as the team gets things kitted. For now.
Oh, let me restart my camera. Looks like it stopped here.
No problem.
Let's see how do I do this.
And then we get a nice look of the inside here. Thank you, Dan, for posting this photo. You get an inside look at the guts. We got a GPS FeatherWing. We have a compass accelerometer board and the power boost for doing the charging, which looks really nice.
Nice. Yeah, the Tim Foamy Guy had just made two compass projects.
Servo-driven needle. Very nice. Yep, we do have a compass. Liz made one, and then Tim made one as well. They're using the Qualia board, I believe. One uses a Qualia, and then I think Tim uses a BFF. In their
I was looking at
graphical kind of needle-based interface.
Yeah, wanted to.
Sorry, one sec. Let me bring you in. There you go.
Yeah, I wanted to do the whole Minecraft theme on that inspiration that we got from the cool guy who posted that one up a couple weeks ago. And then, this spawned all the different features from there with the waypoint and all that. Like, just keep adding stuff to it.
Very cool. All right. Moving on to the next prototype. So let's see. All right. This is the latest. We got the 3D printed parts. This is going to be a Bop It inspired game that's more modernized. So we have a couple controls. You have a button. We have a slide. We have a toggle switch. And we have this little wheel here. And then we have, it's based off of the Propmaker Feather RP2040, which is in here. So you have the USB port there, on and off switch here. You got a speaker that's built in here. And then this display is embedded in this nice fancy enclosure. That is the alphanumeric display, the 0.54 inch. I believe it's yellow. So yeah, this is a collab project with Liz Clark. So she put together the code. I designed the case. And this was an original idea from kind of me and her. We kind of bounced around. This idea's been kicking up in our heads for a little bit. So let's go ahead and turn it on and I'll give you a demo. See if you can hear it. Move my mic closer to it. So we're using the NeoPixel stick here. It's an 8 NeoPixel stick. This is used as the timer to let you know how much time you have to solve the kind of puzzle. So it'll tell you with an audio sound effect, what you need to press. And if you press it and it matches, then you advance to the next kind of stage. So let's go ahead and hit start and we'll start playing here. Green means good. I got 1 point. Flip it is the toggle switch. And it's using a random seed to generate the next thing. So I'm spinning it here. This uses this Hall effect sensor that's built into there with the magnet. So I just flipped it. The audio is actually speeding up as I advance every 5 turns. Push is the button. Slide is the little potentiometer slider. Spin it. And you can see that this is, as this increases, that's how much time is you have left. It's getting faster now. Let's see how far I can get. Double shake.
Oh, anxiety's building up.
Yeah.
So fast.
Pushed it. Spin. Oh my God. Slide. Ah. Okay. Push.
Oh no.
Flip. Push. Another push. Shake it. No, I didn't shake it.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah, so game over. It resets the speed. You get a score here. So I got 29. Liz got like 60 or 70. Yeah, 75. Something crazy. Very, very fun. It really feels polished. What else can I say about it? I really like the wheel. This was a really cool thing. So you can see here that it's using neodymium magnets. We were testing different types of, not different types of magnets, but different amounts of magnets. So I have a spot for 4 of these neodymium magnets. And on the inside of this wheel holder enclosure, there is the Hall effect sensor that we stock. And that has to face the south pole of the magnet. And then inside is an actual standard ball bearing that allows it to spin freely really nicely there. You know, it's all portable. On the inside here is a 2200 cylindrical LiPo battery. Obviously, we have controls like a chalk key switch here. We have a 35 millimeter. Yep, nice and clicky. We got a nice slider here. It's the mini 35 millimeter slider, potentiometer slider, mini oval speaker, which we love to use. The toggle switch, the mini panel mounted toggle switch. You got a little handle here to hold it. It feels pretty good in the hand. You can shake it. NeoPixel stick here, and the Hall effect sensor there. So I'm gonna try another round.
Beat your highest score.
Yeah. So we reached out to Dan Q, who's on the Adafruit team, who does a lot of the music, most of the music from the music videos, all the music basically. And we asked him to make some custom sound effects and music for it. Right now, it's just a little beat that I threw together in Logic on my iPad. And then the actual audio voice, shout out to Dan C, because he brought to my attention the Copilot audio expression website that allows you to generate kind of audio clips in different voices and styles. So that's what I'm using as a kind of scratch temp audio for doing the call outs here, where it's like spin it, twist it, shake it. Those things are all done through the Copilot audio expressions. And yeah, it's pretty fun. So I think in the next week, we might have this ready. I already have the Learn Guide started, which I can walk through real quick if we want to take a look at some of the assembly stuff. I wonder if it makes sense to add like a pause button. Not a pause button, but you know, easy to turn it off and on with the little built-in slide switch. I'm really happy with the enclosure. It's pretty fun. It's a It's a good take on modernizing the Bop It game, because the Bop It game is like this weird like stick with a bunch of knobs and stuff on it. This is more of like a handheld device. I really like the display. I have a little gel filter in there to kind of diffuse the LED segments so they look a little bit more punchy. And yeah, I think it's pretty nice. You know, you want to recharge it, you just plug it into the USB-C here and it starts charging because the Feather has built-in charging. Let me take a look here and walk through a little bit of the Learn Guide. So here are the parts. We got the Propmaker Feather, alphanumeric display. You can pick that in different colors. I chose yellow to go with.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, it looks great, right? I like the yellow, but you can pick green or red. I think we also have blue. Standard NeoPixel stick, nothing special about that. Little slide potentiometer, a chalk key switch because it's a low profile, panel mount, Hall effect sensor, ball bearings, battery, speaker, wires. We carry just about everything. The only thing we don't carry is the neodymium magnets because they're like the special flat cube.
The size, yeah.
Yeah, the size is like really, really good for this low profile wheel that we got going on. A resistor, of course, you need a resistor for the Hall effect sensor, and then a couple of hardware fasteners there. Here's what the circuit diagram looks like. I laid it out to match the layout, the physical layout of the device. So you can see here you got your slide switch, battery, button. We're sharing grounds across a couple things. You do have a couple grounds here. You can actually daisy chain up to, I think, 2-3 grounds in the screw block terminal, which works out a lot. One thing I didn't know is you can actually use the servo pins that are usually for a servo. You can use that for an analog thing like a potentiometer or a, in this case, the Hall effect sensor goes right into the servo pins, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
And then in the code, you just make it a pull up, and then you can have an interesting way to do, you know, this kind of rotary wheel without being a rotary encoder. I think that's pretty cool. So that's what the Hall effect sensor is doing. You got your speaker directly connects into the built-in I2S audio amplifier, which sounds really good. And then the best thing is stemma QT, right? So you just connect stemma QT cable to the 14-segment LED display, which is nice. Everything's broken out there. I'm still getting my CAD files all there. It is a multi-material, multicolor print, mainly for the diffuser, but I'll probably make a variant where you can just pop in the diffuser, yeah, and then it'll just be a single color. So that'll be okay. And then it's not too big. It's 100 by 135 by 31, so it'll fit on most 3D printer beds. And then for the wiring, I broke out everything here, all the components, all the wire lengths, how to set up the Hall effect sensor, where it connects to. So that's all good, all nice and organized and knolling. It's one of those things where you have to mount the components to the print because that's the only way to panel mount it, but that's fine because it's all nicely laid out here for everybody. So we got all the pins. I got nice annotations for everything. Definitely want to use heat shrink tubing to keep all the wires nice and neat. There's a couple solder points there for the various controls. Really love the screw block terminal because it makes connecting NeoPixels, the audio, and an extra button really easy. And then here's all the shared ground connections, the NeoPixel. Interesting note, our speakers used to have a longer cable, but now that they're shorter, we're using the PicoBlade Molex extension cables to make it a little bit longer. So that's one note there, since we've updated our mini speaker cable links. But those connect in there pretty easy. Here's what it looks like before we install it into the back. So now that all the wiring's done, we move on to the assembly. The LED alphanumeric display has its own enclosure kind of thing. Connect it up with the stemma QT. Once you get that in there, then we can install the feather with 2 screws. The slide switch gets our usual treatment here, where it has a built-in holder for the slide switch. Battery has a little clip that gets housed next to the feather. And then the stick gets secured with 2 M2 screws. Connect this stemma QT. I have a nice little housing for the speaker. That's nice. And then the wheel assembly has its own kind of thing. You definitely want to test the polarity of the magnets. Remember, they have to be
South.
oh wow, it has to be the South Pole, not the North Pole.
Oops.
With the North Pole sticking to the outer diameter of the ball bearing. Okay, that makes sense. And then you can use some demo. We'll have some demo code for testing just the Hall effect sensor, because that's one thing I ran into when I first assembled it. The magnets were pointing the wrong way, and I was like, "Uh-oh, it's not working." But I just had to flip it, and then it gets installed into the little 3D printed wheel that has the knurling on it, and then you just kind of clamp it together with one single screw that goes through the bore of the that gets in the center of the ball bearing. The Hall effect sensor just gets press fitted into this little cutout, which is nice. No need for glue or anything. Nothing really uses glue, which is great. I'm really happy about that, because like I was able to take it apart and reassemble it without any issue. So that gets kind of set into the registration nub that's built into the bottom half of the enclosure. And then the LED alphanumeric enclosure has the 3-piece kind of thing going on. You have the faceplate that kind of blackens out the rest of it, and then in a white outer hood that kind of, it looks really cool. And then the optional gel filter that you can cut easily with scissors, which is what I did. I think I used an X-Acto knife and I trimmed the edges. It doesn't have to be exact. It just needs to cover the LED, the alphanumeric display. That gets snap fitted to the back cover, because there's a little snap fits in there, so no screws needed for that one. And then the handle just gets press fitted into the little notches that's built into the bottom half of the case with the matching front half. And then we can close it up. Because we have the heat shrink tubing, the cables are really nice and neat, so it's easy to keep everything inside and not kinked. And then we're just using 5 screws here to attach the enclosure. I didn't want to do any snaps just because I really needed just all the space. And then there's this long 20 millimeter long screw that gets 1 second. I gotta close the slider. It's like clockwork when we do the live show. Or
the motors were just here too. Funny.
So, yeah. Well, I have our window open because we've got nice air coming in. But yeah, I opted in for the countersunk screws just to make it really secure. If you drop it, I don't want it to like snap fit open. So, and then the additional knobs here. You got the circular button cover for the chalk key switch, and then the little knob for the slider. And that's pretty much it. I just need to finish up the code page, the CAD page, and then the overview. And then I think we can kick it live for next week. Nice. And then I'll hold off on the video because we want to give Dan some extra time to work on the custom audio. And programming note, we're going to be off next week. So that's why we want to give some ample time to finalize this thing. It'll give you time to work on your stuff. But that's it. Prop it. That's the game.
Super cool.
Very, very fun collab project. Yeah. Let me know what folks think about it. I think we're pretty much all set there. So if anyone wants to pick up. ¿Qué pasó?
One comment on the Discord. What would you call this style of case? Retro futurism, pastel, cyberpunk?
Yeah, all that and above.
Yeah, I like pastel cyberpunk.
Yeah.
A bunch of the buildings over here in Celebration have that exact color scheme with the pointed corners, like how the cars used to look like.
Yeah.
The white, the
yeah,
blue.
Yeah, it's a little kind of like mid-century modern kind of thing. Like you think of like Futurama kind of colors.
Mm-hmm.
It almost looks like a face. Like this is the eyes and this is the mouth. It's kind of fun.
Like all the buildings
reminds me a little bit. Yeah, the color scheme's a little bit of reminiscent of the '90s, since the Bop It game came out in the '90s. I want to go with that.
The color scheme,
that crazy poppy colorness. But it's still simple, right? It's still simple. It's really easy to kind of get your mind around. You use a different type of color for the controls, so all the controls have the same color. This hot pink for the button, the slider. I would have loved to make a printed thing. I actually tried, but I couldn't get it to stick. without like glue, but you could do like an additional flipper nub here for the toggle switch, but I just left it. I think the gray is okay.
Oh, if it's 2 pieces, it snaps.
Yeah, I could do that. But then it can like, there's nowhere way to grip it, right? Because then it'll just fall out.
It's a flat. Where have I seen that? Where it's like a flat end.
I know they have like silicone rubber caps for it, but that's just extra. I don't know if you really need that. And then you know, you could print it in whatever color you want. Originally I had it all like black and gray, and it looked more kind of like a utility device thing, almost like some sort of measurement thing, which is kind of neat. But yeah, the colors really make it pop.
Yeah, it looks better than
for the diffuser.
Yeah, way more friendly looking than the actual Bop It game.
Yeah, Bop It game looks weird. Yeah,
which was all weird. That's the '90s style, I think, where it's like a bubble and like the pole thing is like a weird, like the diameter is like it gets big and small.
Yeah,
like
and there's different versions of Bop It. There's a Bop It Extreme, Bop It Mini, Bop It.
I was gonna say there's even teeny tiny little Bop It,
little baby Bop It. Yeah,
the itty bitty little one.
There's Boop It, the SNL skit that I haven't seen yet, but apparently that's a thing. Yeah, but yeah, if anyone wants to pick up any stuff to make their own props, Propcorn is the coupon code, and that's why it's the coupon code, because we're both working on props. Very cool.
Digging it.
Thank you for the comments. All right. I think we're ready for this week's Timelapse Tuesday. Or actually, I have one quick thing I just want to shout out. Bit of a shop talk.
Oh yeah.
We now have the snap fit enclosure for the Adafruit screw block terminal BFF add-on. That's in stock now, so if folks want to pick that up, you can get 10% off with our coupon code. And it's a great little case for the Cutie Pie. Easily connect wires to it.
Yeah, I was looking at that when I was ideating this. Like, how can I use the Cutie or the block to hook it up? It's like, oh man, I can't.
Yeah,
back on that.
Yep, this was kind of inspired by Brent's guide from a couple weeks ago, and you can of course download the 3MF files. Where's Brent's? There it is. It's the no code seedling frost alert device when it was cooler, and yeah, maybe
temperature.
Yeah. I don't really need the screw lock terminal for the project, but it's just in there. It's kind of like a future-proofed project if you want to add more sensors and stuff to it.
And the mounting too, if you want to mount that works.
Yes, that's right. Okay, cool. Now we're ready for time lapse.
All right, jump into this week's community makes for Timelapse Tuesday. We got this quote-unquote popcorn bucket.
Yep.
Start this video. Here's what it looks like. I scaled mine down to 43.75%. I think is what it was. You start out at 100, shrink it down 75%, and then another 75%, 43.75%. Because it was so big for a popcorn bucket. I didn't want 2 days printing. You found it, I think, like a day before. I usually get the time lapses ready for this. So I only had like a day to print this. And I had to use some tack on the bottom shoe to
it's not very flat at the bottom.
And I'm actually using the remixed version of this.
That's right.
They had the colors already painted in there. And I think they even broke it up into pieces. Like you can see here, the legs are separate, and then the head also pops out. I did glue that on though, since it was a little loose. Here's what that looks like here. It's just using the little cubes to align and press fit that in. Cool little, what is this character called?
So I don't think it's got a name. It's more of like, so this is from the movie, the upcoming movie. It drops on Friday. It's called The Backrooms from Kane Patterson. Kane Pixels is his name. He's got a couple of short films up on his YouTube channel. He got picked up by A24, made a movie, youngest director ever. That's like the reoccurring kind of joke. that he's the youngest director ever. But I'm really interested in it. I actually have tickets for it on Sunday, so I'm gonna go watch it. I've seen, I think, at least 2 of the shorts. So I don't really know if there's a lot of lore and mystery to the Backrooms. It was started on a Reddit post back in 2019. The community just went nuts with coming up with different styles of kind of ways to tell this short story, this weird backroom aesthetic environment concept that you like no clip into the Backrooms. There's this whole subculture genre of liminal spaces, liminal photography. So it's got a lot going for it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the movie, and it was really cool to see Regal Cinema and the prop shop. They released, well, they have this, like, you can actually, if you go to the Regal Cinema, you can get the popcorn bucket, but you can also 3D print the popcorn bucket, which that's how to do it. Is if you're going to come out with a prop, it reminds me of Project Hail Mary, where they allowed folks to 3D print the prop. These fine folks made it so that you can 3D print the prop. It is huge, 48 megabytes. So it's a high polygon model, but they have it up here. I guess there's a base for it.
Maybe I chose not to print the base. Right. Oh, maybe that's why he falls over. He needs a base.
Free. So it's a promotion. So if you bring this in to the Regal Cinema on May 29th, you get free popcorn. I'm going to a showcase. I'm not going to Regal. Regal is outside of my city, outside of my town. But shout out to Regal Prop Shop for posting up 3D printable props. That's awesome. Love that. And then shout out to Pizza. Maker World user Pizza posted up a colored version of it, where I guess they chopped it up. Did they chop it up, or is it the same?
I don't know how they chopped it up.
Yeah, look how giant. I mean, it's as big as this guy's torso here. So it's supposed to be this giant popcorn bucket. Like, you imagine sitting down in the movie theater with this giant thing. It's gonna be in the way.
Hey man, free popcorn. Free
popcorn, yeah.
So it is just a small, I think.
It's been 3 days printing it.
Yeah.
and 3 spools. I better get popcorn. But yeah, that's really
don't
cool.
forget the poop too, the color changing, unless you have like
that's what I'm saying.
The dual nozzle one where it doesn't need the poop chute.
Yeah, the H2. Like yeah, so really cool. I like seeing
good way to do promotions.
Like, release out and a really cool promotion, right? Like if you print it, you actually get awarded a free thing of popcorn, and popcorn is not cheap. It is probably $20. It's full of filament anyway. Right? Yeah.
Now we go to the theater on Tuesdays where it's like $5 to get in.
Yeah, it's a kids discount day or something, right? Yeah, that's cool. Although this isn't a kid movie, I don't know if could it work? Could you guys see our movie with the kids? But the kids know about it. They know about the background. Gavin does, and so does
the 6-year-old knew.
Yeah, he knows what the Backrooms are. It's like, these kids are in the know. They know all about Slender Man, Creepypasta, Poppy Playtime, all the things. Not designed for kids, but somehow kids find out about them.
Funny how that works.
Funny how that works. All right, so that is this week's Timelapse Tuesday. Moving right into community makes. We have one this week, really simple one. It's a make of our PyPortal stand. This was posted up by Zeph on Printables. Zeph is working on a local plane spotter project. Really good use of it. So you can see here they got their PyPortal set up with a nice interface here. Zeph's plane spotter, 5-kilometer radius, and it tells you what the planes are flying overhead, which is really informal. And then it has a little timer here. Next update in 22 seconds. Cool. They also leave their monitor on. I think it's a good thing. Everyone leaves their monitor protector on.
I know.
Yeah. Very good. And if you want to print your own stand, we got a stand for folks.
Beautiful.
Very good. So shout out to Zeph for posting up their make. Really appreciate it. All good. Okay. Checking in on Discord, saying hello, checking in the comments. It's all good. We're all up to date. All right. One last time. 10% off your order with coupon code PROPCORN. Works on everything in the shop that we have in stock. Good for the next 24 hours. On the Eastern Coast here. It's 11:50 a.m. All right.
I think that's going to do it for this episode.
Yeah. Programming note, folks, we are out next week. We're taking the week off for our late spring, early summer time off. So we need some time. We need to break. So we're going to do that next week. So we'll be off next week. No show from us. I'll leave a blog post out. Pedro's still going to do a Timelapse Tuesday, so we'll have a nice time lapse out there. We'll have blog posts for 3D Thursday, but no show from us next week. So we'll return the second week of June. So happy May, everybody. Happy June.
Pointing over to the socials. Don't forget the socials every single day.
Yep.
We have a project for the past 13 years.
Yes, that's right.
Every single day. And on the, what is it? On the stay memories too. There's so many memories on there.
That's right. That's right.
Projects.
Yep. All right, folks. I think if everything goes well, we should have a show and tell. It's either going to be hosted by me or someone else on the team as we do our show and tell stuff. It starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And we hope to see you there. It's been a whole 2 months of guest co-hosts on the Adafruit team. And then a quick programming note. No JP, maybe. Man, I'm sorry, John. Tune in with the blog. John might be back. I'm sorry, I forgot the schedule here. But normally on Thursdays at 4 p.m., JP does his workshop live stream. And then on Fridays, it's normally Scott. But actually, Tim is going to be doing it this week. So Tim's going to be doing Deep Dive this Friday to fill in.
The next 3 weeks, I think.
The next 3 weeks, yeah. So I need to update. And Tim is also doing Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time. I think product pick of the week will pick up next week on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, where you can get deep discounts on select products. Mondays are CircuitPython Weekly. This Monday, of course, we had a U.S. holiday, so it happened on Tuesday, but normally it happens on a Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. All right, and again, 3D Hangouts normally happens on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time, but not next week because we're going to have it off, but we'll be back on the following week. All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Really appreciate folks watching and using coupon codes. Keeping this thing going. Hopefully we get to episode 1,000. That'd be nice. We're at 529, so we're getting there. We're halfway there. All right. That's going to do it for us. We'll see you in 2 weeks. But until then, remember to make a great day. Bye, everybody.